This is the beginning of the death of Apple.
TSGB show, the TSGB show. Come along and have some fun. It's time for the TSGB show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the TSGB Kookity Koo. Let's talk about Apple's show. And today we're going to talk about Apple. So recently, Apple just confirmed that they have canceled the Airpower product. They've officially canceled it. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's basically a wireless charging pad for your iPhone or your AirPods or your Apple Watch. If you've been following the Apple news to some degree, you've noticed that that product was announced in 2017 and is still not out. And a lot of people had a lot of theories, had a lot of inside information about how production was going, and Apple actually started slowly getting rid of it on their official page and their marketing and slowly phasing it out. People obviously notice that because the internet's not an idiot. And basically today, they finally confirmed that it is gone. It's at the table. They're done trying to make it. Apparently something to do with the technological limitations of the product getting too hot or something like that. But besides the point, the fact that they have canceled this product after being held accountable for it for the last 2 years is really, I think, the turning point of how Apple is doing as a company, and how its change in philosophy has really affected this company's success. Back in the day, obviously, if you haven't been living under a rock, Apple has been one of the best companies, if not the most successful company of all time in the technological field. And you could even argue, out of all fields, probably one of the best companies out there, one of the most rich and most successful. But honestly, ever since Steve Jobs left the room, peaced out, the company hasn't been doing as well. And I'm a huge Apple fanboy. I love all things Apple. I'm a creative, so I loved all the Apple products. I have an iPhone 6, I have an iPhone 7, I have an Apple Watch, I have a MacBook. This is like my second MacBook that I bought, and I love the product. And even now, I've come to the point where I can't even justify buying one of the newer products now, because I've seen such a shift in quality, a shift in values about what Apple was and is. And like, it used to be about simplicity, it used to be about user a clean look, and it used to be about having paying. Obviously, you're paying for the social status of having an Apple product, but you also had value, like you paid for a quality product. But now Apple, they're charging for products that aren't even that valuable anymore. Like, if you look at the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 7, for example, the pricing model of both of them is, at the time of launch, was really high. But even if you look at it, they're not even that much different, right? Except with the lack of the headphone jack, and then you have to buy the AirPods, which actually, by the way, the AirPods are probably the only good product that Apple has actually made in the last few years. Everything else is kind of being subpar. The iPhone 10, nope. Took out Touch ID, the notch. Like, that's something I wouldn't want to get. iPhone 8 is exactly the same. Like they have so many products, like the iPhone X Max, the iPhone XRS. Like, it's just starting to look messy. And Apple is really just dropping the ball. And now with the cancellation of Airpower, like, it felt like they were just trying to just play catch up. Like, literally just trying to play catch up. And they literally could not keep up. And they had to cancel the project. And it just goes to show now that Apple isn't about quality now. It's just about catching up and staying trendy, because they're quite literally falling behind. They're falling behind everybody else. I bought my sister a wireless charging pad from freaking Belkin, and that works out just fine, and I'm not really a wireless, me and my girlfriend, we're not really about wireless charging, because it is actually more inconvenient, because then you can't really touch your phone and stuff like that. So it's nice to have the cable. And the only product, like I said, the only product that was worth actually getting, and is actually to this day that I don't regret spending $200 for, because everything is super overpriced from Apple, which I used to justify but not anymore, is the AirPods, because the AirPods are actually a really, really good product. And they just released a new one. My girlfriend just got a pair of them, and she's great. It's actually a really good product, and I think Apple needs to go more in that direction of innovation. rather than trying to play catch up. And now that we have also seen the leaks of the iPhone 11, which looks really weird, it looks like another catch-up game, and they're just kind of forgetting their values about elegance and delivering quality. It's almost like Apple's becoming the Call of Duty of industry, of like the cell phone industry. They're just releasing the same thing over and over again with a few tweaks. We gotta look at the S10 from Samsung. It looks amazing, but like this is just not it, man. And it's like Apple is just going down the tube. They're just making worse and worse products, and it's not looking good. They need to make a big shift in their entire philosophy again, and look at the rule book, look at something, look at the cookbook, because right now they're just dropping the ball. And with the cancellation of the Airpower, this is just a nail in the coffin that Apple is not at the top of the game anymore, and they really need to step up, get some Coach Carter, do something, because this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Anyway, guys, that was just my quick little thoughts about Apple and how they're going downhill and they're losing their quality of their products. And Airpower is the nail in the coffin for this company. And I want to know your guys' thoughts about Apple, how they've been over the past few years. And let's have a discussion about it. Do you still think they're a valuable company? Do you still think it's worth getting? When do you think Apple started falling off their prime? I honestly think it was probably around the iPhone 7. After that, it's actually just kind of gone to poo-poo. And I'd like to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you comment, like, rate, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Almost at 100 subscribers. We have another video here coming out Wednesday and Friday, and I hope you guys enjoy that. And we're also launching a second channel coming out in early April. I hope you guys will enjoy that too. All right, guys. This is Mason for the TSGB show, and I'm not buying another Apple product until they step up their game.